This is the Niken, first ride ever. Oh, it feels, yeah, it's like they say, it feels exactly like riding a normal motorcycle. So I only have like 10-15 minutes until I have to be back, so... Oh, I forgot to adjust the mirror. There we go. So first off, feels surprisingly natural. It doesn't feel... It does feel heavy. You can feel it's heavy, but not to the point that it is a problem. Agility, surprisingly good. You don't have the exact agility of my MT-09, but there's several reasons why. So the mirrors are actually pretty good. They're placed so that you see under the, almost under. They could be a little bit lower actually. The top of the mirrors are the handlebars, but most of the rear view is underneath the handlebars, so you actually see very clearly behind you. That's really cool. So I'm trying to figure out a super quick route where I can do a little bit of everything. I can't think of anything, so I'll just do what I always do. Oh, you can stop. It's way too wide for me. I mean, it's unpleasantly wide, which makes it a great bike to sit on. It feels really comfy, but really wide. It may be in some sort of B mode. I'm gonna try figuring that out. You see here, comes to acceleration, a little bit of downhill. Yeah, you give up a lot of acceleration. Oh, there's a lot of wind here. I hope you can hear me, because you look this. You give up a lot of vibrations. You give up a lot of power. It's not as powerful as my MT-09 by any means. However, it does really feel nice to ride. I would probably change this out because it hits like in the middle of my helmet, so it could be a bit problematic. Shit. So I have to turn around right now just to make it back in time. So take a chance that I can cross over there. That would be nice. Oops, actually I can do this. Probably end up where I'm supposed to end up anyways. So it's really stable. It feels nimble and nice. The brakes are pretty good. I haven't had any super braking opportunities, but supposedly they're really good. I think I can do about here. This is like guessing game right now. But if this route works, it's a great route. So yeah, it works. Yeah, so I love the mirrors. They're really good. The power is a little bit lacking. The bike weighs like 50 extra kilograms. And to get one thing straight, you hear a lot of dudes say, oh, you get so much more traction with an extra tire. It has nothing to do with the extra tire. Nothing. It is the weight and nothing but the weight. Simple physics tells you that grip equals friction plus weight. So when you have this huge chunk of metal in front of you, it weighs, I think it's like 50 kilograms or 60 kilograms, which is like 120 pounds more than the MT-09. So it's a heavy bike, which it does take away from the performance. Obviously it's going to be slower, can't accelerate that at that speed. Also it's going to brake, or it should brake better, because you have the weight, everything placed over the front wheels, which is where the braking takes place. So that should be exceptional. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a squeeze there. Yeah, I mean I'm not impressed. I do ride a MT-09. It has Dunlop Sport Max 214 tires. They're the stock tires here in Norway, and they grip at least as good as this bike. I can stop at 25 miles per hour. I can stop at 15 feet easily with my MT-09. So if you need more stopping power than that, then I don't know if this is gonna help. So also, one thing that I don't like about this bike, you can't like lane split. I could potentially ride up to the side there, but I would not try that stuff. So I sort of feel like you're giving up a lot of the good things about a lot of good things about the bike. I mean, the seating position is basically the same as my MT-09. Feels great, relaxed, upright. Love having a windshield. That makes riding on the freeway a lot better. Just the fact that you can just lean forward and get under the wind. So just that alone is a huge comfort. But I really got to give it to Yamaha. They made a really cool concept. I would have put in a bigger engine, maybe a 1200. It would be cool if they made a 1200 3-cylinder bike. That would be insanely cool. Probably not gonna happen though. So yeah, I can see why they would use the MT-09 platform or engine. It is a leaning on this bike is really fun. It does feel a little bit weird the first like 30 seconds of the bike of riding. It feels weird, and then you just, oh, it's exactly the same. It feels a little bit more stable. Other than that, it feels exactly the same as riding my MT-09 or any other bike. It doesn't feel like the same, but like turning and stuff, you still have to counter steer, and you still have to lean, you still have to balance the bike. When you do this sort of thing, you can feel the tires, or you can feel the tires, but you notice the weight shifting a little bit compared to a normal bike, because the tires are on different sides. You can actually feel that, but not to the point that you'll think about it. And although there are a lot of power on the low end, I don't feel that was full throttle. And coming from the exact same engine on my MT-09, I can tell you there is a huge difference in power. You really lose out a lot on this bike. But yeah, overall I gotta give it a, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It gets a lot of extra awesome points, but it loses out on the power, and it feels heavy, and it's too wide in the front, so I don't know, it feels, it doesn't feel wrong, but it feels weird. So yeah, I'm back at the dealer, so I have to sort of sign off here. See if I can get it up without wrecking it, that would be nice. So I had it in sport mode, it would seem, mode 1. So this was actually pretty much full effect. So yeah, next bike, see what that is. It looks really cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.